Oh, Talo Falava, thank you very much for the introduction. But really great to be with you today.
Five day for Multimi five noina, 8 and 4 time all in Tahao. There was another budget, Mole area, Hawke's Bay. I'm sure you'll be able to elaborate on this as Associate Minister for Cyclone Recovery. Barbara, do you think this will be enough to put Hawke's Bay back to where it was before Cyclone Gabriel?
Yeah, so the funding that we've released over the last 4 weeks since the cyclone, they're all very much for the emergency response. So the Prime Minister and the Minister for Cyclone Recovery, we've all made it really clear this will be in the billions, not the millions, and it will be a long-term recovery effort. So earlier this week, we did announce a $25 million boost to support more businesses to help with the cleanup. So that means the total support for businesses has gone up to $50 million. And so grants can be made up to a maximum of $40,000. So that was the most recent announcement around the business package. There's also been an announcement around securing the rangitata, which is a ship, which allows for transport between Gisborne and Napier to be much easier. We had to try and secure that ship to make sure the shipping lines are easy to bring goods in because food, water, etc. So it's very much the start of what will be a long-term recovery effort, and especially for our other groups as well. There are civil defence payments. There are for those individuals who need it. There's also the temporary accommodation supplement. Also for our groups that spent money, like our churches, they can be reimbursed for the costs that they incurred through civil defence now. So I made that announcement last week in Hawke's Bay. But I think unless you go there, you don't quite realise the scale of the impact. And then appeals, but also Auckland, Northland, Coromandel were also badly hit. So, big parts of West Auckland, Karikari Peninsula, Muriwai, Piha, there's still people that can't get back into their homes because the seismic, the issue with the cliffs over there. So, this is definitely a long-term program, and we've been pretty clear it's going to be in the billions.
Okay. Honourable Minister, I think the latest number I've got here with me is 3.5 or a little bit over that. Lato forms of census. Are you able to encourage our Samoan and Pacific people to make sure that they fill in their form? Because it's a little time the census. So
it's really important for our people to be counted for. And what I mean by that is by filling in your census, it gives the government and other decision makers a really good picture of what the need is in a particular area, so that when we come to making decisions about whether we invest in Porirua, whether we invest money into Mangele by building more homes, or we need to put more money in Northland or Invercargill, we need to know who lives there, what their needs are, and, particularly for Māori Pacific, you have an ability to identify who you are as well, your Māori Pacific, Samoan, Tongan, etc. So that information is so important, and that comes from census data. So everyone still has the chance to fill it in. What will happen is if you need support, you can go to census.gov.nz, or we have a number of events across the country to help us bring this to get encouragement, because you need to fill it in by mid-April. So, really important that our people be counted for, and we need that through filling in your census.
Okay, Honourable Minister, we found out earlier this week, Wayne Brown, Every for if I did le buckety, or no afia to Pacific events like Pacific Festival, Polyfest, what can you do from the government side of things if society? Well, because events if society lay more to the Pacifica, please.
Yeah. Yeah, so the annual budget process for the Auckland Council, that's basically their process for setting what they want to put their money towards for the year. Obviously, there's been a lot of people upset around the proposed cuts to festivals and arts-related events, and I can't I can't speak on why they want to do that. That's a matter for Auckland Council. But what people can do, and again, this is where we need to count, is you can put in a submission to the Auckland Council about what what matters to you around that. So they need submissions in order to help make those decisions. So if you are worried about those and you're concerned about those cuts to those festivals that we all love, like Polyfest, etc., Pacifica. Talk to your local community board member or your councillor. We've got Al Filipina up there, Ta'anuu Nick Bakulich, Lotu Fully. We've got some really great people who are up there that you can talk to about how you can fill in those submission forms. Yeah. But you do need to do it as soon as possible because it closes on the 28th of March, at the end of March. So if you need more information about it, you can go to the Auckland Council website. But again, I would try and make a time to see your local community board member or councillor to see how they can support you, if you need help with something in your submission.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Last one. You were at the Polyfest last week. There are many people asking the Siva. Did Barbara Edmonds Siva better than Chris Hipkins? I don't know, honestly. But you were doing really well.
My Kamar Silangi in North Shore. Yeah. He reckons I did. But it's very much one of those things, because I'm born here in New Zealand, and for me, I don't know if I've reflected this before on your station. Yeah. That I'm not strong in my Samoa because because of where I was brought up, and very much my English is much stronger than my Ngana Samoa. But my father said he was proud, so that's all that matters is Daddy's proud.
Well done. Honourable Minister Barbara Edmonds, Faftai Telelava, thank you so much for your time this morning. But we'll have a weekend.
Yeah, man, we're loving for you. And it's going to be a good day at Pacifica tomorrow. So in Auckland, which brings, I'll be there tomorrow. I'll make sure Carmel, our Deputy Prime Minister, needs to step up here to do some more.
Yes. Faftai Lava.